welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a Q&A. I haven't done one of these in over a year. I think maybe the last one was in COVID lockdown. And I thought Stephen could join us for this. I know you guys do like it when we do a video together. So I have questions that you guys have submitted on the different social media channels that I'm going to be answering for you today. Total honesty, of course. Are you excited, Stephen?
A bit nervous, to be honest.
Oh.
I'm sure I don't have any questions. They're all questions for you.
We'll see. I haven't properly read them yet.
How many have you got?
Them out. I haven't counted.
Oh, wow.
Quite a few. Some of them are the same questions. So okay, so let's just kick off and get started. So first question here from X Teen Joy. My questions for both of you would be: what are your top 3 perfumes you love on each other? Ooh. So on you, I really like Spice Bomb Infrared, and you love that as well, don't you? It's just really like...
It's a new one, yeah. You introduced that to my mum, actually. And,
yeah, I think we mentioned it in a video and you were loving it, and then your mum watched it and then bought it for Christmas. So cute. It's just quite strong. It's a little bit fruity. It's just got a real presence and uniqueness to it. I really like that on you.
Yeah. I as soon as I got it, whenever I wanted to like make an impact, as it were, then I'd always grab that one.
It's so good. I can't recommend it enough.
I've got 6 months of just not constant use, but every time I had that was my go-to.
Evenings.
Yeah, that was like, I'll try that one because it's different.
Yeah.
That was surprising. I never would have bought that for myself.
And then the other 2 more. What else do I like on you?
I think you like that Prada.
Prada Luna Rossa. I love Prada Luna Rossa. You've run out of it now, so we'll have to get you. If Stephen's mum's watching, that can be his Christmas present, the original Prada Luna Rossa. And then you do wear your Sauvage. I do like Sauvage Elixir best, but during the day, the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum is just really clean and nice.
Do you know what? Unexpected, bit of a curveball, but one that you have noticed and made a compliment occasionally. Do you know which one I'm going to say?
Barber.
Correct.
Yeah, the Barber aromatic one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue one.
So I wear that for work.
Yeah.
I have that in my work bag because it fits quite, because it's like a hip flask shape.
Yeah, it's not like glass.
So I can fit it into like one of my thin pockets. So I have it in there. So yeah, it's like it fits in nicely with my work bag. It's got a work kind of vibe, and when I come back from work and you're here, you'll be like, oh, you smell nice.
It does still smell nice.
And they'll be like, that's the Barber one.
It is a nice one, and it's relatively inexpensive as well, the Barber one too.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the reverse. So what 3 perfumes do you like on me? This is going to be
I love Empress.
Don't just name
No, I do. I love Empress. in the winter when you wear that, I think it's amazing smell. Like it's really powerful, like decadent. Decadent's probably the wrong word.
That is a good word, actually.
It's just, I don't know. I smell it and I think, it's like, let's go.
Can you name any others that I wear?
So I really also like in the summer Aphrodite.
Oh, Stephen.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being deadly serious. I love Aphrodite. I think it smells great.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's perfect. It reminds me of Central America when we went there together.
Yeah, we did. That's what it's inspired by. So name another one that's not one of mine then.
What's the one I always compliment you when you wear it? It's I've forgotten the name of it. When you tell me, if you spray it, I'll recognise it.
Jimmy Choo.
Yes.
Yeah. And I often wear that to bed or in the evening as well. Because I love it so much. Yeah. I wear it like in bed sometimes because it's like comforting.
Yeah. That's like a signature.
Yeah, because I've been wearing that since we met, I think.
But Aphrodite in the summer is definitely my favourite. And I'm not just saying that, I genuinely think it's really beautiful summer vibes.
Okay, cool. So next question. This is actually for Stephen.
What?
What's your favourite restaurant to go to in London? What do you both like to order?
So my favourite restaurant, it's quite hard to get a table, so you have to book well in advance. They do quite a nice range of different dishes. It's called McDonald's. What? Okay, no.
We do love McDonald's.
Scratch that. Oh, restaurants in London. There's some really, really nice ones. I have to say, like, my preference, which is like for work and for play, is probably, I don't want to say it because it's like so cheese.
Why?
Well, it used to be Gaucho's, but now I quite like Goodman's. So Goodman's is a city restaurant. It's in the city of London. It's a steakhouse.
And Gaucho's is a steakhouse as well.
But it's very popular with the bankers,
the boys.
City bankers and stuff. And I used to frequent that world. So the steaks there are absolutely tip top. It's expensive. Another good place is L'Entrecote, which is actually another steak place, but it's a French themed one, and it's much more simple, much more cost effective, very popular in the insurance world. All the insurance brokers go there. That's nice. They do some really good steaks there.
The place we probably go to together the most is the Ivies.
Yeah, we do like the Ivies, yeah.
The Ivy, original Ivy, there was just one in like Soho, Covent Garden area, but it's now like they have so many Ivies all around London and across UK, and I think in America now as well.
Ivy Asia and Chelsea is our favourite.
They have the Ivy Asia as well, which is like beautiful, like Asian. The floor is like a green jade.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. The thing I love about the Ivies is the aesthetic, the decor is just next level, and the Ivies are like an art decor, which is my favourite. So I love going to the Ivies.
I just had one comment.
Yes.
So Ivy Asia, it's probably our favourite. It's in Chelsea, and in the men's toilets, and I'm not making this up, I swear this is true, there's a life-size samurai in one of the urinals.
Yeah.
So when you first walk in, it shocks you.
You think it's a real person.
You think it's a real person, and sometimes if you go there and you don't necessarily notice this dude, and then you turn, like that, it catches people out all the time. A number of times I've been in there and seen somebody else get freaked out and run out and stuff like that. It's hilarious.
Are you both readers? What kind of books do you like to read? So reading is quite difficult for me because I'm so dyslexic. Yeah. My short-term memory is very poor. So when I read a book, when I turn the page, I've forgotten what was on the previous page, and I have to keep going back. It's very slow, but I listen to a lot of audiobooks because I find that works much better to take in the information. And I think we both love history, so we read a lot of history books. I tend to not really read fiction books, though I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I must have listened to the Harry Potter books 50 times each.
You're
maybe.
A huge
Love
Harry Potter fan. I
remember, and Dark Materials as well.
When we first dated, we were on quite a long road trip, I think, to see your family.
Yeah.
And as a game to pass the time, I did a Harry Potter quiz. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
She got every single question, and there was different levels to the quiz, and even the super hard level of questions. You got and it was so obscure. Some of the references, I was pretty.
When I was
amazed.
at university,
that was impressive.
I applied to go on Mastermind in the UK, which is a quiz, and my special subject was Harry Potter. But then they didn't put me on because someone else had done Harry Potter.
Oh, so can I give a few books?
From you, yeah.
We're very similar in taste, so we tend to listen to the same audiobooks. So at the moment I'm listening to Empire, which is an audiobook that Soki recommended to me. Is
that the podcast Empire?
No, the book. Oh, Dominion. My apologies, Tom Holland. My apologies. Dominion I'm listening to an audiobook, and I tend to listen to a lot of business type books. So I have work and pleasure, so it's kind of crosses over the two. And at the moment I'm listening to a book called Inspired, which is, I believe, Marty Kagan. This is all about product development and building great products and entrepreneurism and tech. Yeah, so it's kind of history, football podcasts, or that.
I love biography as well. I love the Stephen Fry biographies, and a lot of entrepreneurs and stories of companies, like the Netflix book, the Nike book, Shoe Dog. I love those things, and before I had my own business, I used to read those things a lot and dream about doing it myself one day.
It's very rare I'll tell a story about an entrepreneur, because that's sort of my world, and I'll never say anything that you kind of already know. If I say, did you know that Richard Branson did this, or so and so did that, and you were like, yeah, I know that, I knew that. So you're quite well versed in building businesses, which is quite helpful, I would say.
Another question here from Ocean Soul 929, who says their husband is also called Stephen.
Great name.
Please suggest good places to buy perfume in London.
Oh, can I go?
Really?
What, you said is it directed at me?
No.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Stephen.
So personally, I love to go to the Harrods fragrance haul, and they just after COVID or during COVID they redid all their beauty haul, and it's such a beautiful experience.
It is good.
It can get quite busy though, particularly in the fragrance hall, but they do stock like almost everything.
We have a bit of a hack for Harrods, don't we?
What's that?
We like to break up going to Harrods between going to the perfume hall, because we're always going, you know, you're always checking out all the latest releases, and then having food downstairs.
Yeah, we love the restaurant downstairs.
Yeah, big fans
and it's not that busy, because Harrods gets very busy like on the ground floor where all the tourists are, but the rest of Harrods can be very quiet, so it's really nice.
And there's that rooftop bar as well, which hardly anyone goes to, so you can break up your, when it's really busy with tourists,
when you get bored of looking at perfumes basically. I do think Selfridges is quite good as well. I would say the perfume shop in terms of high street, like normal shops, I find their sales assistants tend to know what they're talking about, compared to if you go to like Boots or something, they don't know about the perfume, but the perfume shop actually train their people, and they can advise and recommend and introduce you to stuff. So I generally would recommend the perfume shop if you're looking for just a normal shop.
I would, my personal view, if you want to have an experience, you go to Harrods. But I wouldn't actually say the perfume buying experience there is, you know, out of this world. Whereas the perfume shop, I would agree. Like if you want to get good perfume,
you want advice,
I think that's always a go-to place.
At Harrods, the sales assistants work for the brands, whereas obviously the perfume shop, they don't work for a particular brand.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, so next question from Sue Lloyd. If you were stranded on a desert island and could only have one perfume, one hair product, one skincare, what would it be? Ooh,
well, that's for you, that question.
So I'd say if I was on a desert island, hot tropical, I would obviously want my Aphrodite. It literally is like my dream tropical perfume that I created. Hair product, it would definitely have to be like a heavy conditioner, because I have such frizzy hair. It needs taming a lot. And then skincare, a really good moisturizer. I really love the smell of things like Elemis or Declior, like those aromatic moisturizers. And I have very dry skin, so if after I've washed my face, like I have to put moisturizer on straight away, otherwise, like I
Can I ask this question?
Yeah.
So, I would try and find for each of those products the most edible of those. So for example, skincare, I'd get like the chocolate face mask thing.
Okay.
You know, people have those, so then you could eat the chocolate and survive. If it was perfume, I'd get one that has the lowest alcohol content and it's like quite fruity and you can drink it, like an umbongo. Put umbongo in a perfume bottle and drink it. And then what was the other one? Hair product. What, is there anything edible you can put on your hair?
Like oils, like
oil.
Moroccan almond oil or something.
Almond oil, there you go. Boom.
There you go. So I'll be good in a desert island with Stephen. So next question is, do you intend to create another perfume this year? If yes, what kind of perfume? So yes, I'm working on it a lot at the moment. My third fragrance, due to come out September. It might be like the last week of August, but let's say September. And I guess I can give you guys a sneak peek of the scent. I actually have, working with Ruth Mastenbrook and her son Nick Mastenbrook, this is actually the sample from the lab that I've been working on with them. Do you want to try it? Go on then. So I could give you a little bit of a hint that it's inspired by Gucci Flora Eau de Parfum, the original one that's discontinued. And it's got some green elements in it. And the main note here is osmanthus. So obviously Empress, it kind of has gourmand, intense. Aphrodite is tropical, summer. And this is kind of like throughout the year, a little bit more green, kind of like a lot of the Jo Malone type scents. But again, it's really like heavily perfumed, so you can really smell it. Like it's a strong eau de parfum. Yeah. So I'll be giving you guys more information about it as we come up to September. But yeah, that's your sneak peek for now.
Smells nothing like burnt hair. That's what I can say for definite.
We did a video on Elon Musk's fragrance called Burnt Hair. Oh my gosh.
No, this smells lovely. It's got quite a lot of layering to it. It's nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, impressive. Can't wait to get it the first release.
So the next one is, where is your favourite place on Earth? Gosh.
Favourite place on Earth? Well, for me personally, has to be Sicily.
That's where you were born, right? You're Sicilian.
Don't tell people I was born there. They might think that I could be a dangerous character. I don't want to impact my reputation. Yeah, no. So Sicily because it's where it's where I'm from.
Yeah.
But every time I go back there, it's like being on holiday, but then also seeing family and friends. So it's like a double whammy of excitement.
It is beautiful.
And it's a good antidote to London as well. Like London, we don't have the best weather. When you go to Sicily, it's sunny for 6 months, so you get it's a different way of life.
Yeah, it is totally different.
Yeah.
It's like going back in time.
So that would be my
I'd say my initial reaction is actually just like coming home, like to the apartment. Like I do love coming home and just having all your homely things. But I would say in terms of places abroad or something.
Why. It's because of the cats.
And the cats are here, of course. I do love Disney World in Florida.
Oh,
I've been 6 times, and I think it also because I have such amazing memories of going there with my family and with my dad, who of course passed away with COVID in 2020, and he loved it there. So I just have such amazing fond memories.
I've never been.
I have to take you. It's out of this world. Okay.
You could do a video taking me to Disneyland for the first time. Is it Disneyland or Disney World?
Disney World. Disneyland's in California. It's smaller. So next is, what is your all-time favourite movie?
Oh, wow, this is tough. I can pick 3.
I can pick 2.
Do you want to go first?
So, in terms of serious movies, I love The Godfather.
Oh, I was going to say that.
I love The Godfather, particularly Godfather 2. I just think it's a brilliant film. And then more light-hearted, I love the Back to the Future films as well. I've seen them so many times, I know all the words. So you were going to say Godfather as well?
Yeah, I'd say Godfather. I really like Shawshank Redemption. I've probably watched that many times.
You talk about that a lot.
Whenever it's on, say, like Christmas or whatever. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it's always one of those, one on rotation. And actually, it's quite controversial as well, because these are like quite mainstream movies. I normally pick quite obscure movies, but I'm a big fan of Forrest Gump.
Oh.
The reason why I like Forrest Gump is because it's not just the story of Forrest Gump, but you've got all of the cultural things that happen in
70s.
each. Yeah, and there's a soundtrack, and then there's like certain clips from that period.
Yeah.
So I quite like that. I also like a good Vietnam movie. So I think Apocalypse Now, The Deer Hunter.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Good Morning Vietnam's okay. Yeah, so
there's a really good documentary on Netflix about the Vietnam War. I think it's Ken Burns. I really recommend that. Okay, so next question from Strawberry Fields 81. Do you plan to stay in London, or do you want to move to the countryside?
Ooh, that's a topic.
So we've actually been discussing this because at the moment we both live just in my 1-bed flat, so we do need to move to somewhere bigger. But I don't think we're quite ready to move like out into the like suburbs. And also, like with you working in London, you need to be able to commute in relatively easily. So I think we're definitely not ready for the countryside, but maybe somewhere just a little bit less intense than where we're here in Battersea.
Yeah, I think so. It's hard to expand your, living area when you're in central London. Although we're not in central London, but we're in like first few zones. So I think we would probably move to the country if I didn't have to be sort of in London all the time.
Commuting in, yeah, that's true.
So I think for the foreseeable future we'll be in London, but we'll probably
We'll see how it goes.
Venture further out. But yeah, we need a bigger place because the cats are taking over.
Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised they're not all over us now.
They're asleep at the moment, but they were mad all night last night and this morning.
Crazy cats.
Okay, so next question is, how do you deal with negativity and hate comments? I've seen some comments on Fragrantica which I wonder if you've read.
Can I take the first bit of this?
Yeah.
I know it's directed at you.
Yeah.
But as a supporter and champion of Soki, I find it quite hard actually when you get negative comments. And I'm not being from social media and not being from influencer and fragrance and all this kind of stuff. I'm just not used to it. So I take it quite personally on behalf, because I want to protect
Aww,
I want to protect Soki, so I probably am the one that takes it, whereas I think you're, well, I'll let you answer.
Yeah. I mean, in general, I don't get a lot of hate comments on my YouTube, and I certainly don't delete anything negative or anything at all. I think Fragrantica, I don't tend to go on Fragrantica very much, because I remember when I released Empress, they put it on Fragrantica, and it hadn't actually come out yet. Like, I hadn't got any of the bottles, like no one had the bottles, it wasn't out yet. And people were putting in the comments below, like, this is the worst perfume ever and all this, like, it smells awful, and I'm like, no one has it, like, I don't have it, how do you have it? So I was like, I don't really trust Fragrantica because I feel like people just make stuff up on there. I found that really weird. And the thing I find weird is, like, perfumes, obviously, like, perfume houses, perfume companies are massive multinational companies. We just had the BBC do an expose on some of the jasmine picking in Egypt that a lot of the big companies use, and that there was, like, children doing the picking and stuff. And I just think if you're gonna hate on them, like, I've tried quit my job and put all my life savings into trying to create a business. Like, why would you pick on me? And I think comments that people say around, like, about money, like, she's just trying to make money and stuff, like, that's definitely not true. If I wanted to make money, I would have stayed in my corporate job where you get a monthly salary, you get healthcare, you get a pension, you get a sick leave. I would have made a lot more money doing that. So I find that interesting. But in general, I would say most people have been really positive to me. I'd say I've only seen a few, like, very personal mean things, which I've noticed tend to be from women, which kind of upsets me a bit. I feel like women should really support each other. But overall, I'm pretty unaffected, because, like, I find in general, if people are saying something, it's either, like, it's just not true, accurate, and it reflects more on them than on me. And obviously, in terms of people liking my fragrances, obviously everyone doesn't like the same fragrance. I have no issue with someone not liking them. But if someone's, like, trying to say that I've made them cheaply, or, like, stuff that just isn't factually correct, I find that weird that people would do that. So yeah,
I guess it's not that frequent that you get hate.
No, it's not very common.
And I think having an opinion is fine. It's fine. Some people like things, some people don't like things. In fact, it's opinions that sort of drive the ecosystem of social media. People will have opinions, and that's what makes it kind of interesting. That's fine. It's just when people become quite nasty and personal, which is very, very rare, actually.
Or if they present it as fact, not, like, it's a difference between saying, I don't like this perfume Soki made,
or I don't like this person. Just own it. If you don't like somebody, just say, I don't like this person.
This perfume is bad quality. That's presenting it as, like, a fact, which that's not the same as saying I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I also think, if you don't like somebody, just own it. Don't wrap it up in some kind of...
Don't pretend it's
whatever. Clearly, some people have a chip on their shoulder. And to be honest, that is fine.
It comes with the territory.
The internet grows with negativity and positivity. Yeah. We believe in positivity, putting love out there. Yeah. But there'll be people who are quite happy to put hate out there, and
the way of the world,
they can get whatever they want out of that.
Cool. Okay, so one last question. How did your pop-up go that you recently did, and will you be doing any more? So I thought the thing that frustrates me so much is that my fragrances are obviously all online, and I have my samples you can order, but I can't wait for the day when I can actually get in store and people can try them in person. So I thought I'd go and get a stall at, like, a summer fair, so that I could actually meet people in person and have people try it. So I got a stall at Hampton Court Palace Fair. Hampton Court is where Henry VIII used to live, Anne Boleyn and everything. It's beautiful.
And we met an actual cardinal, didn't we?
Yeah, real life. I thought he was in fancy dress, but he was actually a real cardinal that lived in the palace.
Who lives there, and he was talking about the choral choir or chorister and all this, and he had, like, a pinky ring. It was so funny.
Imagine living in Hampton Court Palace. So cool.
Incredible. So
that was cool, and obviously I had to pay for that and pay to, like, try and create a stand and everything. So It was a big investment, but it actually went really well. I really enjoyed it, and I met so many people that I like introduced to my fragrances. It was just a really positive experience, so I'll definitely do it again. In fact, I've just signed up to do the Spirit of Christmas fair at Kensington Olympia, which is the beginning of November, so I'll be there for a week. So yeah,
and Hampton Court at Christmas as well.
Yeah, I might do Hampton Court at Christmas as well. I'm just mulling up whether I want to stand outside in the cold all day for 3 days.
Yeah, that's
but yeah, it went really well actually, and I'd love to do more like that. And Stephen came every day and helped. He was so helpful.
I was there. I was moral support and chief luggage handler, cargo loader. I was blown away actually, because it's always a bit nerve-wracking when you do these types of things, because you never
no one buys
you don't know how,
and I've just lost all this money.
So you're never quite sure what the footfall's going to be like and what's going to happen.
I literally didn't sleep the night before. I was so nervous of losing all this money.
Well, I was there to moral support,
but actually the thing that really stayed with me that I really loved was people would come by and I'd say, do you want to try like Aphrodite Empress? I spray them, they'd be like, and then they'd come back a few hours later.
That's what I was going to say, actually.
And they'd be like, I can't stop smelling this, like it smells so good. And that's literally exactly what I wanted when I made the perfumes, that there's something you can smell on yourself, people can smell on you. Because I feel like so many times, like you go through a department store, whatever, you spray something and then you can't smell it after an hour, you forget about it. So that was like a really good, I guess, confidence boost and reassurance for me that like they really are lasting on people, and that just made me so happy to see that happening in real time.
That was my takeaway. I was going to say exactly the same thing. It's nothing better than seeing direct feedback. And you don't get more direct feedback than somebody trying the perfume and going, it smells nice, whatever. And then 2 hours later they come back with a couple of their friends and they want to buy a travel spray.
That happened a few times as well.
So you kind of think, well, actually, you can't speak to everyone at these fairs, but of the people that sort of come past and you speak to, pretty high number were really impressed. Some people didn't buy on the spot, some people bought later, some people bought on the spot, but getting that direct feedback, I thought that was brilliant. I took a lot from that.
It really filled my heart and was really reassuring. Like there was one lady that came and tried everything, she was loving it, and then she came back a few hours later with like her 5 daughters, and they all got it and they were loving it, and it was just super fun, to be honest. I really loved it, so definitely.
Hopefully a few of those customers and a few of those people will be watching this or be on the channel.
If you are watching and you met me at Hampton Court, then say hi in the comments.
Thank you for the support.
Cool. Right, so that's all the questions for now, guys. Let us know if you want us to do another Q&A. Let us know if there's any more questions I can answer. But that's it. I'll leave the links to my other videos with Stephen down below if you want to see more content with Stephen. But that's it. So thanks so much for watching as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Ta-ra.